Oh, party peoples!
Don't call them that.
What if they don't like party?
Hello, not party peoples.
Well, what if they do?
Hello, peoples.
Well, I suppose you covered most of your bases there, regardless.
What if they're ambivalent to the concept of parties?
Well, again, now all we haven't covered are the non-peoples, but I guess that's okay. They're not people.
Hello, robots.
Robots can be a people.
Yeah, they can be, but they might not be.
What about aminals?
Hello, kitty and puppy and other animals out
I
there.
was gonna say, it's not very inclusive.
What if you're fungi?
No.
Well, I'm not saying hello to them.
You don't like Toad? You don't like Toad?
Yeah, he's fine.
Well, then why wouldn't you say hi to him?
He's not really a fungus. He's a guy with a weird hat. It comes off.
Only in the TV show.
TV shows can't.
And what if they're plants?
He said enough.
Then they're busy fighting zombies. They're not
All of
watching
them?
this.
There are no civilian plants?
Nope.
Only those enlisted in the anti-zombie army?
Unfortunately.
It's
Man, it's tough being a plant.
tough times. Right? Just look how just many zombies there are. You know, the help they can get.
What if they're bacteria?
They're not.
Bacteria don't watch videos.
They're not people. They don't have eyes.
We were talking about things that weren't people.
Oh yeah, it's true. But we don't need to say hi to them anyway.
So disrespectful to the bacteria. Don't you know your great.
We don't have enough time for this.
He wasn't my father.
Great.
Holes?
You get the point?
No.
Was a bacteria? Don't you know your great?
Rare.
I know I'm great.
Great.
Donkey Kong.
Splat.
Did you know that if you don't find all the blueprints hideout helm, you have to do it twice as fast?
I
What?
think I knew that. Or rather, if you do all blueprints,
You have an hour instead of 30 minutes. And an hour is a ridiculously short amount of time to try and figure out Diddy Kong's controls.
you try controlling a jetpack. While
Well, if it's made of barrels, then that's the first problem.
There you go. The Donkey Kong technology isn't good.
That's too bad, because I enjoyed a lot of that game. And then it got to that last part, and I was like, well, I guess I'm never finishing this game. My cousin and I got every single bit of loot there was to get in that game. Literally, the only things we don't have are behind the door that you get after beating Diddy Kong's section.
I think you were going to say Diddy Kong Racing.
And if you beat Diddy Kong's section in there,
you beat the game.
you get a save spot, and you can just go back from that exact point. It's the worst doorway in the history of doorways.
Just punch
Even
it.
if there was a doorway that like automatically gave children Ebola, it might not quite be that bad. Okay, maybe that's a lie.
I can lie.
I
I'm Daisy.
That's his form of lying, is saying he's a lady that he's not. That's the only way he knows how to lie.
It's pretty effective.
It's convinced 0 people so far.
Oh, I just this kind of lie. Question mark.
Hi, Shin's Daisy.
I didn't even know he owned a Daisy.
He owns exactly one, and
Whap,
it's
whap,
his.
Simon says.
3
Run into some guts.
Why?
Don't.
Yuck.
This summer.
No.
Don't.
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 Don't. It's such a great fake thingy.
Don't.
Fake trailer.
Frailer. Failer. Woof, woof, woof.
I'd go see it. Except for I wouldn't.
No, you don't like horror movies.
Don't
Yeah.
is pretty scare.
I mean, there is a really fat guy with a baby doll head sticking out of his mouth.
That sounds hilarious. Don't. Just don't. If you don't.
If you are thinking about seeing this movie alone,
That's just lovely.
Edgar Wright is a silly man. He made Scott Pilgrim.
Can I?
Well, he made the Scott Pilgrim movie. He didn't write the Scott Pilgrim comic.
Can you make Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got out a hammer and chisel and built a Scott Pilgrim.
That's how it go.
Shin can't make a Scott Pilgrim.
You didn't make
No,
it.
he doesn't know how to chisel it.
Luigi, 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 Luigi.
Chisel, chisel, football.
Yep, that's how I chisel. It's not very good, I guess. I say Luigi a bunch. It's not even chiseling. But I can dream.
He's totally misunderstood what is necessary when it comes to chiseling.
I've used a chisel.
I did too. That's how I got the scar on my palm.
Oh god.
It hit a knot in some wood and launched up and went about 1/4 of an inch into my hand.
Ouch.
It bled really bad, but it didn't actually hurt.
Did it hurt?
No. It like surprised me at first. I never really felt any pain, but it made a huge mess.
How much blood was there?
We had to wrap my entire hand, even though it was bleeding out of the side of my thumb and nowhere else.
Ow?
Do what?
I said ow.
Yeah. Like I said, it didn't particularly hurt. It just bled a lot. I was at summer camp, and I
Splat.
still went to all my classes and everything.
And that was the day of all the blood?
No, there wasn't a whole elevator's worth. It was maybe like a
Ferrari.
yeah, enough blood to fill an entire Ferrari. That's how much there was.
What?
What went wrong? Is that the farthest you've gotten?
No.
Oh.
He made it all the way to where snails played fiddle.
What?
You heard me.
No. I unheard.
Pichu is a cute
Okay.
Who is?
Pichu.
Pichu. I
Yeah.
have a Pichu plushie.
Me too.
Actually, I have 2 Pichu plushies and
I
3
don't.
Raichu plushies for some reason.
It's because they kept giving him more.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, you're like Raichu? We'll have all of them."
You just ordered one, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in my order history there's only one.
They gave him 3.
Yeah, I got 3
Pretty silly.
on different dates too. Like they were like, "Well, we'll just send him another one." So why not?
I like Raichu.
I like the Pikachu family except Pikachu.
I like Train.
I like the
do
entire
that.
Pikachu family.
Don't damage
Slightly.
my room with trains, Shin.
I love.
I like Pachirisu. And I like Emolga.
Emolga's a pretty cool, but I like the Pachirisu and his silly face. Which is the same as their other faces.
And I like Bustle and Minun more because of some of the cards and the art that they've made of them. It makes them look really cute together.
I think they're really boring.
You're really boring.
Sorry.
Of course you think they're boring. You just...
They're really boring. That's why they're cheerleaders. Cheerleaders are the most boring people, right?
Go on, Izzy.
You don't really tend to like anything that seems to remotely resemble something else.
I like Pachirisu.
It's really funny, though, that he doesn't, because for me, I'm the exact opposite.
Pachirisu, isn't it that blue and white squirrel thing?
Yeah.
Which is nothing like anything else.
It just has Pikachu cheeks, and it happens to be a rodent.
I like Alolan Ninetales, and it's a lot like regular Ninetales.
That's because it basically is regular Ninetales.
It's just But yeah, it's funny that he's like that because I'm pretty close to the opposite. I love the palette swap enemies in games. Like, I like Shy Guys and Koopas and Slimes and pretty much anything that has palette swaps. I like all of them. Well, not all of them.
I mean, if you're going for a more natural world, then palette swaps should happen.
Yeah, they're called shinies in the lowland forms.
No, they're called different breeds of...
Fair enough. So shinies are more like a mutation.
Yeah. Alright. Slightly intimidating.
Like, there's definitely more than one mouse in the world. Was it that last one?
No, it was the... It was the third blast.
Because he got so grumpy.
Yeah, there are plenty of mice called Rattata, Sandshrew, and Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil's
from what you're saying, Sandshrew can't...
Yeah, but the Pokedex calls him a mouse.
Well, it also calls Pikachu a
mouse. I know.
Pikachu's a Pika, which is not a mouse.
Sandshrew is a... Well, I don't know.
Armadillo.
Yeah. He's not a shrew. Or a mouse. But he's called both. What a world. I mean, Cyndaquil maybe is a needle mouse.
No, because he's a porcupine. He's not a hedgehog. Shaman's a hedgehog.
Pop.
What?
Shaman is only a hedgehog when he's not a dog, though. It's a strange statement.
Just like most of us.
It's not false, but it is a strange statement.
When I'm a dog, I'm also not a hedgehog. It's pretty normal, actually.
You're not really ever a dog, but...
When I am, I'm not a hedgehog.
It's like the most interesting man in the world. Stay thirsty, my friends. I'm not always a dog, but when I am, I'm not a hedgehog.
Yay! Sonic Forces only has one beak type, but it's pretty good.
Sonic Forces doesn't interest me.
Is it that hard to make a good game with a...
No! As you can tell by the fact that Mania did alright.
Okay.
They're just trying all the wrong ideas.
To answer your question, yes, it can be very hard to make a good game.
I suppose so.
It depends on what your ambitions are, what the time frame is, and whether your executives will let you do what you think will actually make a good game.
So I guess the better question is, what went wrong this time?
Sega.
Yes. What did Sega do wrong this time?
They were Sega.
So time constraints?
I'm sure there were time constraints involved.
I've heard lots of people say, who are closer to the Sonic, liking Sonic, that the game, they felt the game was good, but they also felt they could feel that the game was rushed.
And it's really short.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way of telling that's rushed, because that means that they didn't flesh things out much.
So, the Sega norm. You know, if they keep making the same... If the games keep failing for the same reason... You know...
You might start feeling that Sega's a bad company?
Wait, are you trying to say that they should change their business practices?
Yes.
You do know that they're a company, right? Companies don't.
Pop.
Well, at least you're taking it well.
Companies don't change their business practices.
Yeah, but I want it to be a good game.
I know you want to like games, but the problem is that sometimes you're just not allowed to like them.
I can like whatever the heck I want.
No, you can't!
I mean, I feel I could enjoy a third of the game.
There's plenty of terrible games that I love. And I'll admit they're terrible games, and I love them anyway.
There are average games I've beaten 22, 23 times.
I have only played start to finish personally 2 games.
That is not true.
Twice.
Oh.
Like, typically once I've finished, I'm done. There are a handful of games I've gone start to finish, a couple that I've 100%ed. But for the most part, I usually don't finish games. That's why I needed someone who I felt could finish games, and then one of the two wasn't even interested in it.
Which game?
No, like any games. That's part of my hope on the stream was that the games would end if they started.
Oh.
I don't want to do like how the Game Grumps like start a game and then just like forget it exists.
No, we've been over this though.
I feel for certain people that might be the best practice because you've watched Raocow and you said that you don't like when he gets frustrated.
I just don't want him to start those games. In fact, on at least 8 occasions, I have told him, don't do that game. It won't make for a good series.
But a lot of people like it when he gets angry. You just don't.
I'm not one of those people. But I also am, or at least used to be, part of his audience.
I mean, and plus, the way I'm seeing it, I mean, there are games that people will not complete that they will enjoy at least part of, and it'd be fun to watch playing that part of that they would enjoy.
Right. I'd say we should agree to disagree here.
Pop.
I hand the controller to me, I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, wait, what? Why?
I feel like, especially if it has any semblance of story, it should be finished.
I feel it should be finished as long as it's being enjoyed. Oh, what? Oh, it's Xander. His name is Invisible.
His name's been invisible.
His name is Zubbing Zub. What a silly name.
His name is Zigging Zag.
The Cram.
His name is Take Off Every Zig.
The Bidu.
His name is Beppis.
The Bub. Beppis the Beb Bub.
His name is Dip Dabs.
Whose name?
Dip Dabs.
Oh.
I mean, if that's his name.
Whatever he touches is touched by his touch much.
Touch.
Yuck. Oh!
What are you all excited about?
The Spear of Destiny.
I don't know what it does.
It's a spear, and you just point at things, and they touch it, and they're like, ow! Saturated. Whoa. Oh.
What?
Oh, just some spikes.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, when you're the kid, you're just always in spikes.
He's the official sharpness tester of all the spikes.
I don't think he'd be very good at it. Because he only has 1 hit point.
He's like, yep, it's sharp, and then he explodes.
For him, sharpness is a binary value. It is either kill or not kill.
That's all that people need to know.
Wiley would beg to differ. Can the spikes instantly kill somebody who has more than 1 hit point? He needs to know. It really depends on who your enemy is.
Or Stanley.
Exactly. Stanley, he's a mystery.
We don't even know if he has hit points.
I mean, probably doesn't, but we don't know that.
Who's Stanley?
Stanley. From the Stanley Parable of Stanley. There are only like 2 ways he can die, and one of them is from a really long fall, and the other one's getting nuked. So we really don't know much about his durability.
I think he can get crushed at one point, too.
We really don't know anything. Yes. We don't know, so by, like, Giant Smasher. So we don't know much about his durability.
We just know that, like, instantly fatal things are instantly fatal to him.
He is not immortal. Seems like a common trend in video game characters. Being able to die.
Immortal.
And then there's Wario.
Yes, and there's Wario.
It also depends on the game, though. There are certain types of games where whether they can die or not is irrelevant.
Wario learns how to die eventually.
For a long time, anything that is normally fatal is a power-up for him.
They normally cause harm, yes. But sometimes power-ups are inconvenient for him and are detrimental.
But then again, there are times that Bonk has a thing that seems dangerous becomes a power-up of sorts.
Like getting smashed into a crab?
Yeah.
Bonk. Why?
Super Bonk is a weird-ass game. I love that review.
It's true.
That review is amazing. It might be one of the best reviews of a video game.
Pro Jared.
Pro Gerard the finishist.
Pro.
There's too many spikes and not enough walls. So we had to put some
There are
on the
plenty of
floor.
walls, it's just that they put a bunch of spikes on them. Oh, here's the too many spikes part. Now you gotta jump on them all. Ouch.
Can I get Yoshi's
Got
shoes?
Too many spikes.
Yoshi's shoes only work on certain spikes. They don't work on death spikes, just
Yeah,
regular spikes.
They don't work on large yellow toothpick looking
Or blue
spikes.
thorns. Again, they don't work on, specifically, they don't work on death spikes. If spikes can be survived, Yoshi is protected, it seems. But if they can't be survived, he can't survive.
Then can I get X's shoes?
X also can be killed by death spikes.
Nah, the Gaia armor.
Well, the Gaia armor also kills your mobility.
I don't care.
It removes your air dash, or rather, it doesn't give you one. You definitely can't double jump with it. You need 0 for that, and he doesn't have any spike protection. You're out of luck, boy.
But I don't need to double jump in this level if I have protection against spikes.
True. I guess all you need is to dash jump. Or yeah, you're right. Now the shadow armor, that'd be pretty good.
Nah, Shadow's too edgy.
Sado the Edgehog.
I just loved Sado.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, just be nicknamed Sado, because he's always so gloomy. He's edgy, so we call him Sado the Edgehog.
He also got that because he always gets Edgehog when he is playing Super
Smoosh.
Smash Brothers.
Smoosh Burgers.
Super Smush Burgers. There we go. That's the name of the new game. Smash 5 is going to be called Super Smush Burgers. That's what it's called.
I'd play that? Maybe? I don't know. That's a bit weird.
It's all about the Nintendo characters in a Nintendo-themed restaurant.
But they're all really bad at it. Well, it's a food fight, and the burger's a smoosh.
No, it's like that burger game that everyone played on YouTube there for a while, but every single character is a Mario or other Nintendo character.
Oh, I forget what that was called.
Burger Time?
No.
Yeah!
No? Burger Time was an old arcade game.
Oh.
Where you play as a guy who was getting attacked by burgers while he was trying to make burgers. Well, burger pieces. He wasn't trying to make burger pieces. He was burger. He was attacked by pickles. And eggs. I mean,
Citizen Burger Disorder. That's
yes,
what it was.
yes, that is exactly it. That is a weird name.
It was a weird game.
And the rats who would steal your money.
The rats would steal anything.
Yes, which is why they would steal your
I think
money.
they would even, steal plates. Why would a rat have any interest in porcelain?
I can pawn this.
If I knew how to pawn things.
That's
It's
why
like,
they're
well-
taking your money, because they know how to pawn things. They think they can pawn the money, too, but that's not how it works.
Maybe they only give you rare collectible money at that particular shop.
Like the oldest money.
It's like all silver and gold certificates.
No, it's like...
Or like Black Eagles. I always mess up Shin's jokes relating to that because I actually know things about collecting money.
Ba-doom. Dum, dum, dum.
What are you making noises like that for?
I'm sorry.
Because everything is going down a pipe.
Yeah.
Everything. Life is just going down a pipe. That's all it is.
And then back up. And Luigi's like, oh.
And then they eventually changed the going up a pipe sound to a different sound instead of the same as going down the pipe. And that still annoys me.
Why?
I don't know. I prefer it when the sound was the same for going down and coming up the pipe.
They changed it. Now it sucks.
It
Roy's
just,
our boy.
it annoys me. Who even is Roy, really?
My boy. Well, no, he's our boy again. He's not
Did
my
you
boy.
see the 77 real how-to articles thing? That
How many times? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
That you're getting served. This time for real is real.
We are everywhere. How many times? Cha. What?
Just that line from Aaron, like, it's just such a, like, it's like
Huh?
if someone took, like, those magnetic poetry things that you get and just dumped them on the floor and grabbed a bunch and set them on a table. That's what it is. That's how Aaron said those things.
Is there a better way?
But for real is real.
We are everywhere.
Not when you die. I'm nailed in Berg.
Say it again, please.
No.
He doesn't want to be knelt in Berg. No, my favorite part. Well, no, I love the whole thing, I guess, so I can't say that. But I also like how Danny in the middle is like, "You want to try that again?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm knelt in Berg."
He said it again.
And you're not even. You know what you need to do?
What happened?
That's Aaron on a normal day. Mark Zuckerberg.
I don't know if it's not a normal day. It's a slightly subnormal day.
I don't know. I think it's an above normal day, if anything.
It would help if I could see my character, you know?
What? What's going on?
I mean, but he has that blue shirt against a purple background.
Oh, well, let's hack the game.
Make the background orange.
He'd stand out.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah, that's complementary colors. Although then his head might be invisible.
That would be a problem. His head is huge.
I think that's why they can get away with the blue background. They think you're like, well, his head is abnormally colossal, and so I think that you can see him.
Well, they'd be partially wrong. Because it's not my head that hits the bottoms of spikes. I mean, it hits the top of spikes.
Your head is it's the bottom of them.
Yeah. But I mean, I've had enough times where it's gauging my distance by my head and my shoes hit the spikes, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, now I need new shoes. And I'm dead. What a
One
terrible.
of these might be a bigger problem than the other one.
Well, I can't get new shoes if I'm dead.
How can I walk to the store if my legs don't work?
How many times?
What do I need shoes for if my legs don't work? Oh yeah, because things can be freezing cold.
Like death. Death is kind of freezing cold.
bismuth is repelled by magnets.
And it can heavily forever.
It can what?
Heavily forever.
I don't know what you mean.
There. I'm sorry.
So what were you talking about? Bismuth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a machine.
Bismuth is a metal that makes really, really, really cool crystals. But also, if you put a magnet to it, it will push itself away from the magnet.
Why?
It basically functions backwards to how iron functions.
Really?
Pulled to a magnet, and bismuth will be pushed away from the magnet.
That is weird.
Likely human blood will, but at least pig's blood will do the same thing.
It'll run away.
It'll be pushed away from a magnet.
Hey.
Because when blood is oxygenated, it forms solid bonds between the iron that's in there, so the iron actually pushes away from the magnet.
Magnets.
Now you need an exceptionally strong magnet and quite a bit of blood to do this, but it has been tested and it has been demonstrated. I'm just a dump site of ridiculously unimportant information.
Aren't we all?
No.
Shin only wishes he were Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't think anyone wishes they were Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's not true.
Oh.
You know that personally, that that's not true. You know someone who not only wishes, but for a while believed they were Sonic
Well, at least
the Hedgehog.
pretended he was.
To an unnecessarily serious degree.
Ow! Ow! Wow!
Was that your attempt to do a slow-mo version of the ow sound?
Eep. Eep. Eep, 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 eep.
So, Shin, if you were to fight 3 of the Power Rangers, what weapon would you use?
The Death Star.
Well, I mean, that might do it.
I suppose it'd be like, maybe a 14, 16 foot mech with psychic amplifiers and me having the psychic powers.
I'd use the power of friendship.
What do we call that one? I don't think you could use that against the Power Rangers.
Sometimes winning a fight is not defeating your enemy by violence, but rather by befriending them.
I need more context.
Ponies?
I'm confident in that situation I could lose if I wanted to.
Keep in mind that you don't necessarily need to rush. I think that part of what's going on there on those last couple spikes at the far end when you get there is you try and go a little too fast.
Cernic.
Don't come on, step it up, is what I'm saying.
Mem.
My brain's trying to match the tempo of the music.
That's not a good idea.
You should
because
turn off.
This is not a rhythm game.
You should take off your. You should put on your headphones.
Didn't bring him.
Or I could turn the music all the way off.
Oh, that doesn't sound good either. I think that messes you up even more.
Yeah.
He likes listening to the music.
What if I put the music from the 1977 game Pong on in the background?
Please don't.
Poopin' ass game.
I mean, it would be roughly the same as just turning off the sound.
No, it would be exactly the same.
Oh, you mean the original Pong? Because there's Pong's versions with music. None of it's good.
Yeah, but not the 1977 version. 1977 version had no music.
77, it's that young.
Pong is, I believe, so at least arcade cabinet versions. Developmentally, it might be older.
Space!
So how many Isaacs have you lost?
I don't think there's really a count. I think I'm gonna have a winning streak of -5.
I don't know what that means.
It means I've lost 5 times in a row. Can't say how many I've lost total.
This room is full of Edmund McMillan-ness.
You should start playing Triachnid.
Who?
I don't own it.
Okay. It's another Edmund game.
That
Why?
is the newest
Why
one.
isn't it? No, it's one of his older ones.
No, why should I be playing it?
No, Tails should, so then there's just so much Macmillan.
Don't try to get Tails to play games like that.
Okay.
Edmund McMillan hates his fans, and by that I mean he actually really likes his fans.
It's just again, it's an abusive relationship.
It hurts so good. But does it really?
How many times?
Luigi's head is still just sticking out of that pipe as he examines Kirby with the star rod.
I actually turned him so he was facing Kirby. Like, oh, what is this?
It's a Kirby.
I don't know how I should react to this.
Super Smash Brothers.
And Samus.
What?
She is not a brother.
You don't know.
I do.
No, you don't.
Okay.
She could identify as male, sir.
I don't think she does.
Also, you don't know if the Pikachu was male.
We know now it was.
Or the Jigglypuff.
Well, that's just unknowable.
I mean, in reality, the only reason you know Kirby is male is because he's referred to as he in the booklets. And maybe in a couple of the games.
Definitely in a couple of the games. He's a jolly fellow.
Well, there that was a hint that he wasn't good, because he's not a jolly good fellow. He's just a regular jolly fellow, so he's probably some kind of neutral.
So they're finally here performing for you?
Did you watch the one that I sent you?
I didn't know you sent me one.
I did.
Oh, the unused one?
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to look at it now.
You should.
Grant,
Please.
Grant Kirkhope's amazing, though. So.
You need to put on some headphones and listen to it now.
No.
Okay.
All my headphones are broken. I have, except for like my fancy headset headphones, and I don't want to deal with them.
Hey, sweet.
I did that wrong in the first place.
What?
Going too fast. Going too slow? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what Sonic's whole thing's about.
He goes slow and then he goes dooty dooty and he dies.
Especially if you're underwater.
He actually says it though.
Yeah.
And then he dies. How many times?
That's why the music's so stressful, because it's being voiced by Jaleel White.
Jaleel.
That was Jaleel.
I think it's Jaleel, but I'm not sure. I don't have it in front of me. It could be Jaleel.
We're not having this conversation because
It's bad.
Why?
How many times?
why aren't we having the conversation?
Yeah.
Just don't want to deal with his name.
It's bad, apparently. Sorry,
We
man.
could just call him Steve Urkel.
I suppose we could. Huh.
Sonic is Steve Urkel.
Can I be Steve Urkel?
Do you want to be Steve Urkel?
No.
Trying to imagine Sonic saying, "Did I do that?"
I just
I think he
successfully
actually has said it before. I think he has said, "Oops, did I do that?"
did. I don't know if he has, but as just mentioned, I can definitely imagine him saying it. Sorry, everybody.
I don't know. I'd rather just imagine Sonic in suspenders and giant, thick plastic frame glasses.
Glass. It'd be like
Yeah.
like a visor.
One goggle. One goggle with prescription lenses in it.
Prescription lens.
Yeah.
Sonic, why?
Sonic, why are you like Diddy Kong? And Diddy Kong, why are you a Cyclops that has 2 pupils?
And Donkey Kong, are you?
But then again, there's that one Sonic fan game where
One eye.
Sonic's eyes
Oh my
merge
god, I
together
love
to
that.
create the portal or whatever.
I love the dialogue during that.
The whole game is super freaking weird.
I love it.
The guy was on very many drugs when he did it very clearly.
You know what we're talking about, don't you, Izzy?
No.
Oh, but you're laughing. Why are you laughing?
Space
I'm
Hamster
confused.
Use that game.
This is good. Sonic Dreams Collection?
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yes. He reviews every section of it. It's in his Halloween spooky Sonic games.
Really? This year's one?
Yeah.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's really good. It's funny. Once
I
he
know-
gets past the Sonic.exe section where every game is the same exact game,
Yeah. He points that out, right?
more or less.
Silly.tiff.
What?
Oh, the Sonic EXE series has a spoof series that has increasingly ridiculous file extensions.
Is there a .pxr yet?
No, I think the first one is sunky.png or something, or JPEG. I think it was just a common image type.
Meanwhile, in the MLP fandom, they just made their own versions of the same exact type of stupid game. Because there's Pinky.exe and Luna.exe.
Well, it's the pony rule.
But the pony rule's dumb!
It is. Oh, I think it is.
I don't know why there needs to be an MLP version of Silent Hill. Like, what?
Well, what if you like both of the things?
Then like both of the things! That's fine, you can do that, but you don't have to make ponies into... It's just such a clash of styles, it doesn't
Yes!
make sense. Also, speaking of styles clash, congratulations to AJ Styles for winning the WWE Championship again.
Did he lose?
No,
Good.
he's successful, that's why he won the championship.
And he with the invisible young Link.
What are you
Are
rambling
you on
about?
cocaine?
Haha. I'm saying things that make no sense.
Cocaine
It's-
is for people who hallucinate, apparently.
Sorry. Sorry.
I have a Schnauzer that has a Pokeball up there. It's in front of Jirachi.
Why do you have a Schnauzer, not Lego?
Because
I
I
thought they
have
made-
Schnauzers.
I thought they only made Pokemon, not Lego.
No. There's a Schnauzer in front of Jirachi up there.
I know, I've seen that. I was like, is that supposed to be is that bootleg Pokemon or something? It just looks like it looks like a dog.
It's a doggo. It's a friend.
Does he fall apart if you poke him?
Actually, it's one of the more stable builds.
Not Lego.
It's
And what are you talking about? I also have a Tails one over there, and over here I have some...
Yossi.
Oh yeah, and I have Yossi. But
Who?
then over here I also have,
Yossy. It's the direct romanization of Yoshi.
I have 2 dinosaur fossil thingies over there that I haven't made yet.
You didn't make it.
That is
That's what he just said. It's literally what he just said. Are you paying attention?
How many times?
But that's one of the few directly notable changes in Yoshi's Island. Is there's a zigzag path with Legos in it. And then there's
What?
not.
What?
No, there's in bonus or extra 6. There's a
What?
There's a pathway that has Yoshi spelled out, but in the Japanese version it's
It's
Yossy, and in the English one they changed it to Yoshi.
And then eventually Japan conceded, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it's ever been changed between the versions and the remakes or anything like that.
Huh.
But on the cartridge version, it's Yossy on
The cartridge version.
the original Super Nintendo
Yeah.
Yoshi's Island. It's Yossy. Mew's name has changed in Japanese. Mew's name changed.
What was it before?
It was Myo, M-Y-O,
Myo.
and then eventually it
Mew.
changed to M-Y-U-U.
Mew. That is weird.
Because it was a play on words originally in the Japanese version of meow and embryo, and they changed it. They made
They retcon it being a space fetus.
sure.
There's nothing wrong with this being a space fetus.
Wait, use Gygax?
Gygax.
no.
Gygax, no.
No, he's Dave.
What?
The original space fetus is Dave
What?
I can't let you
from
do that.
2001: A
Oh.
Space Odyssey.
I never watched that.
He's the superhuman space fetus at the end. It's a weird movie.
I mean, it was on TV and the family was watching it, but then they're like, this is boring, and we changed to something else.
Thank you.
Because it was just a scene where there was really nothing happening.
Oh.
Oh! He died on the one that you died on. Rip Izzy's sanity.
No, I don't think it had much of an impact. Did it?
That
No.
laugh says otherwise.
Huh. And he might say he was already crazy.
He was dibbing and also dib-dabbing.
What?
What?
He was bouncing. he was bouncing to the rhythm for a while, and then he was like, "Okay, I just gotta get the right height. The right height. Darn! No!"
No, he
Complete
did
with that
laugh.
sound effect. No, actually, he died on it. Went.
Oops.
I can't do it.
Uh,
That's not the Wilhelm scream at all.
it could be in.
Imagine if there was a character in Undertale whose voice was just modified repeats of the Wilhelm scream.
That sounds really annoying, actually. That sounds extremely jarring.
That might take a little bit of sting away from that.
Maybe.
They're all just Isaac wearing wigs.
I think so.
There's just one child being tortured in this weird hellscape for all of eternity.
How do you know so much about the series?
Who?
You.
Because I know lots of things.
Suppose you do.
He knows how to play.
Is your dad Edmund McMillan also?
No.
Okay.
He knows how to play Sonic the Hedgehog on Japanese mode.
What?
It doesn't change anything.
You don't know that.
Oh, except for the music in CD.
I wonder why.
Because they couldn't have that music in English.
So they just need to get a completely new soundtrack for the entire game?
Because, I mean, the Eggman music literally hurt that son of a...
Yeah, but they could just change that one song. They didn't need to get a new soundtrack.
But he has the master plan. And if you change his music, it ruins everything. He has to make a new plan.
Well, that's what happened.
Oops. Dang it. Wall sliding jumps.
Damn it.
He's a damn it, wall chicken.
Stupid wall chicken.
Ceiling chicken. That's the one you gotta look out for.
Or wall chicken if you have whatever it's called in Rogue Legacy.
Electrophobia or something?
Yeah.
No, it's not that big of a deal. It's
What?
just normal.
What?
Electrophobia means it makes the chicken scary and it run around.
Yeah. You are afraid of chickens, therefore the chickens run away from you terrified.
And it hurts you if you touch it, I
Yeah.
think. Until you kill it, then you can eat it. You have to kill the cooked chicken. It's a somewhat silly game.
Rogue Legacy? No way.
Pistol shrimp are cool.
You like Claude shirt?
He's okay.
You like Claude, sir?
He's silly.
With his big arm.
Little man. He is just an
Yeah.
arm with a body attached. I slightly prefer the Dragalge line.
Nin nin.
As a water type, you mean?
They're each a version exclusive for the same areas.
Stopped too soon. Stopped too soon. Don't even know what happened there.
Dragalge, though, they already make Gingra.
Yeah, but Dragalge's a poison dragon made of seaweed. That's completely different.
No, it's not. It's no different than Pikachu to Emolga.
What?
They're
Maybe.
both stylized off the same basic concept.
They're the same, based off of the same real animal, I guess, but that's
Yeah.
where the resemblance ends. And I guess they're dragons,
But there's still no dolphin Pokemon.
that is amusingly true. Maybe the Japanese don't believe in dolphins, only whales.
There's no porpoise Pokemon, though, either.
I know! It's bizarre.
And also, a dolphin is a toothed whale, more or less.
More or less.
I mean, like, taxonomically they are, but there's baleen and toothed whales, and under toothed whales includes dolphins.
dolphins!
Although, porpoises are the grossest of the sea.
Mr. Less, the grossest of the sea. Oh, what? I mean, they're the brosifs.
They're nicer. Dolphins are sometimes jerks, and
Yeah.
they're racist.
So are porpoises.
Not nearly as bad.
Cats are dicks.
Dolphins will, like, just randomly go on hunting parties to beat up porpoises, even though they don't eat the same foods or have anything to gain from doing it. They'll just go and kill porpoises because they're porpoises.
Huh. That is a strange thing to do.
Seems like if your brain is of a certain capacity,
You're a
just have
jerk.
the capacity to hate.
And then there are cats, who I'm convinced aren't actually all that smart.
They're smart enough.
Cats are basically just sarcastic robots with fur.
What? Sarcastic robots?
Can you prove me wrong?
I don't
Yes.
know anything.
They're made of meat.
What?
Which is a thing robots don't do very often.
You could make a robot out of meat if you really tried.
I don't know if you call it a robot at that point.
Then it'd be a bioroid. So you failed to make a robot.
You don't know that.
Why? How is a cat a robot? I want to hear this.
They're a sarcastic robot. They're different. They're basically Bender, but with, like, cat ears and fur.
I'm sure that's a thing somewhere.
I'm sure that's a thing somewhere.
Though I kind of wish it wasn't, because that's
It's the internet we're talking about.
Why do I always hit that spike? Well, not always, but often enough. How did I hit that spike? What just happened?
Where am I?
Have you ever shot dibdabs?
I don't know what that means.
Don't.
Don't even once shoot dibdabs.
Not even once.
It's bad for you.
Who is this Dibdabs?
It's.
Dibdabs,
I don't think it's a person.
it's a things.
No, I've not shot this person named Dibdabs. That'd be murder.
Again, we're not talking about a person named Dibdabs. You're complicating matters farther. So what was that overly dramatic L trigger about?
I blew up the world.
What L trigger?
He was using the L trigger on his X-Fax controller for his Isaac King.
I blew up every room in the world.
Well, I mean, that would possibly be an ending to an Isaac game.
And I stole the steroids.
In Mortal Kombat Trilogy, there's a
Dib-dab.
fatality where you
it's-
dump a bunch of mines and blow up the whole world.
I think that's Cyrax?
That could be Cyrax.
As you would know, is it Sector?
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Those games don't strike me as games that Izzy would be too interested in playing.
I didn't give you enough of my energy. Or did I give you too much?
I think it had to do with the boxing.
What?
He was airboxing before he did it.
So? That's a very... Those are the cruelest spikes, though. Ugh.
It's just a level that you haven't earned it until you've actually earned it, is basically how he developed it.
And then earned it again.
No, I mean, actually earned it. That last part is earning it. Up until then, everything is just practice.
No, it's a different type of maneuver altogether.
Yeah. They didn't say he liked you.
What?
What?
Oh, sorry.
The N64 logo has 64 vertices.
But, well, you can't see them all, though.
When it spins, you can.
It makes the Konami logo noise.
What?
It doesn't.
The Konami logo noise, you know.
Sega!
What?
There, we've successfully completed the entire Konami noise.
Sega!
What?
That's the best ending.
Did it!
You beat the game?
Shin's favorite WWE team is the New Day.
They seem like a pretty cool guy.
They also have a gaming channel on YouTube
Called the New Day.
called Up, Up, Down, Down.
New Day, New Day. Bad.
Wait, so the wrestlers that play video games.
I know, right? That's not possible.
That's perfectly normal.
They also host tournaments that other people from the WWE take part in, like they had
Video game tournaments?
They did WWE bracket for
Yossi.
what's that sports game that everyone played? Rocket League.
Oh,
And they
it's
did,
not even a real sport. I'm impressed.
And they did one for
King Bowling.
I can't remember. I'd have to look. They've done a lot of games.
Pills.
Now the Rocket League bracket, I'm sure, was because it's a sponsored thing for the WWE, but they still did have a lot of people play it. I think there were 16 teams with 2 players.
Ah, but have they played Street Fighter?
Street food.
I don't know. They might have. Their
Damn.
name, they better have played Contra or Gradius.
I got Mom to stomp on her own eye.
Without context, that sentence.
I am proud of what I have done.
Isn't it hard to do that? Because usually you just end up hurting yourself.
It did hurt me, but I was next to her eye while she stomped on me, so she also stomped on herself.
How much damage do you take?
Heart.
Oh, only 1 heart, really?
Yeah, nothing does more than a heart's worth of damage unless it's an insta-death.
What all is an insta-death?
There's the Suicide King card, which kills you and spawns a whole bunch of loot around you.
Wait, what?
That is what it does.
How do you gain from that?
If you have an extra life, you can then go and pick it up. And there's
So, like, if you have a redemption arc or whatever it's called?
no, if you have like the dead cat or the one-up mushroom or the Ankh, Guppy's collar. There's other things that can give you a one. And there's Plan C, which kills everything in the room, including bosses, and then 3 seconds later you die. That's important to note that, like, the final bosses, their death animation is long enough that you won't have time to actually, like, get to the chest and win the run. So you need, like, some kind of resurrection to benefit.
So there's really no pragmatic reason for Plan C in most runs unless you have another item.
Right, in which case, it's a freebie on whoever your final boss will be. Which is a pretty good perk. Oh, I fell in a hole and died.
Yeah, but it requires 2 items, so it's a complicated perk.
It's uncommon, yes. These items have a problem, other than the fact that they kill you. Well, it's involved. There's a challenge in this called April Fools, where usable like card slot items and just space items and they replicate a random item whenever you use them.
Oh, and they can trigger that effect.
I got Suicide King once, and I was not very happy. So when you're playing that, I just decided never again. I'm not going to use. In fact, but once you clear the challenge, there's no need to do it again. Stretch my ribs.
Stretch mine too while you're at it.
No, I don't think you want me to.
So many clicky clicks. Shin cringed.
You killed me.
What do you mean?
You broke my back by doing that.
He popped like 4 shoulder muscles.
He popped his muscles?
Shoulder joints.
Actually, that was my spine.
Your spine.
I don't. He has many joints in his spine. I don't understand how. Oh my god!